Hello all, welcome back. We are going to learn JSON, okay, JavaScript Object Notation. This is very important, and this is very close to JavaScript Object, but it's not equal. Okay, so what is the need of JSON actually? If you already we have a JavaScript object, what is the need of JSON? So if you see in a web application, so if you want to send a request to the server, suppose if you want to send some information, suppose user information or any, suppose if you register a new user, or if you want to send some product details or something to a server, okay, we are using a JSON format. And if you see after login, and if you want to get the product details, suppose Amazon is there, okay, in Amazon you will see all the products, right? The information about those products will come from the server in the form of JSON format. So let's talk about that. And this is the most important thing for any web developer, not only for JavaScript developers, it's very important for other developers as well who are involved in web development. So let's say this, we know that in JavaScript, this is a simple object. So this is the key properties which have a key, and this is the value. And here observe carefully, I'm going to create a JSON object. So it's almost structure is similar, but there are important differences are there. Okay, we should follow those rules, otherwise it will throw an error. Okay, here I'm just taking constant player, same object. Okay, and here suppose if you see in a normal JavaScript object, the keys we are just writing directly. So but in JSON object, we should mention all the keys in double quotation. What I'm saying, we should mention the keys in double quotation, and strings also in double quotation. Suppose this is a ms is a string, right? In JavaScript object you can go with a single quotation or double quotation, but in JSON we should go with a double quotation only for strings. And keys, it's mandatory. What any kind of keys you are using in object, definitely it will be a double quotation. So let's see, suppose the last name is there. Okay, last name, this is also key, that's why it should be in a double quotations. And Dhoni, the information, this is a string, right? So you should use again double quotation. Super. And what about values like numbers? Numbers, of course, this the key, as we discussed, it's always key should be in a double quotation. Number, yes, that's a normal number, you don't need to put in a double quotation or something. Okay, and suppose the boolean, okay, if you go with a boolean, how you need to deal with that booleans in a JSON format. So here I will put something is playing this IPL something. Yeah, obviously Mahi is going to play the IPL. So true or false. Okay, we can go with the arrays and objects, nested objects within 2 minutes. First, just compare the simplest objects like the first name, and the keys we have defined in double quotation. Fantastic. At the same time, values, if it is a string, you should go with a double quotation, and if it is a number, naturally you just use it directly, and booleans you can use it directly, no problem with us with this. So just simple, just do console.log and you can utilize it. So suppose if you want to read the details, suppose if you see, if you want to read a first name from normal object, what you will do, simply user dot the first name, right? So here also it's the same, console.log, console.log, and you can see like player dot the first name. So you can read both the things in a similar way. So here is the node app, okay, msms, and you can go with the last name and something. So this is fine. So we understand how to define JSON object with the strings and number and boolean. Suppose if you have an array, okay, how we need. So here also, suppose if you see, you can say trophies. So some I don't know whether if the spelling is wrong. Just excuse me for that. Trophies, how many trophies he got? One day World Cup, okay, as a captain and a player. One day World Cup is there. So you can define values normally. There is no difference between a normal object with this JSON object. So World Cup and T20 World Cup, right? World Cup Champions Trophy, okay, like that. You can just add a lot of these IPL trophies, and okay, this is fine. Suppose if we want to add another object inside this object, JSON object, okay, this is very interesting. Observe carefully. So here again, keys. Okay, whenever you are defining any kind of key in the JSON object, it should be in a double quotation. That's the thumb rule. Okay. So here, what kind of object we can see? So I'm just putting address. Okay, address of Mahendra Singh Dhoni. So address normally we will go with the object, right? Object. So here, if you see in normal object, if you go with the address, you will define the object and again key value pairs, right? Object inside the object also we will go with the key value pairs like house number. I'm just putting if it is an single quotation or double quotation like 10 dash 45 and street, suppose Y junction, I'm just giving a random names and again pin code, it will be like 555 and 666 something, some random number. So when it comes to the JSON object, observe carefully the difference. JSON object. So here again here we are going to define key value pairs, right? Again here keys should be in double quotation. Okay, double quotation. So what is that? House number and value. If it is a string, go with a double quotation like 10-25 or something. And the next one is street. It should be in a double quotation because it's a key, right? Street and like a Y junction, okay, and pin code again it's a key, pin code, and if it is a number value you can go with a number normally like 555 and 666. That's fine, that's fine. So I hope you guys understood, right? So strings should be in double quotation, numbers naturally, booleans naturally, any other data type naturally, but keys should be in double quotation and string should be in double quotation. Remaining things are same as it is like a JavaScript object. And here one more thing. This is very important thing. Very important thing. In normal JavaScript object, we'll add some functions, right? Get, suppose a full name. You can define some function, and you can do some console.log. You can do this dot first name, okay? This dot first name and do concatenation, okay? This dot last name, okay? But how to do in a JSON object? So you should not you should not define any methods in JSON object. That's the very important thing we should remember. So otherwise I will write here, okay, we should not add any methods for JSON object. It's just key value pairs, normal strings, numbers, booleans, arrays, object. That's it. No methods. Okay, understood? Note down this point. This is very important thing. So hopefully we understand. We understood how to define the JSON object. Okay, fantastic. So what is the use of it? And we said we need to utilize this JSON object to transfer data between the client and server. So what are the other ways we can transfer the data between client and server? Another one is XML. Okay, we can transfer information from client and server through XML format also. But nowadays, everyone in the modern development, everyone using JSON format. And here, one more interesting thing is there. We can't send direct directly in the form of object. We can transform. We are not going to transfer JSON object directly. What we will do, we will convert into string and we will pass it to the server. Or even server also, whenever it is sending any JSON object to a client, so at the time it will convert into string and it will transfer to the client. So why we need to convert into string, and what are the methods involved to convert into string? Suppose if we got the data from the server in the form of string, and again how we can convert into the object and all those things we are going to learn in a next video, because it's good. Okay, first just do practice how to create a JSON object with strings, booleans, arrays, and objects. Once you're familiar with that, then we can go with what are the how to convert a JSON object into a JSON string, or JavaScript object, and how to convert into a string, vice versa. Okay, here suppose if you want to cross check whether you have done a proper JSON object or not. So here we have another one online website is there. It's very helpful. Let me find out that one where it is. Yeah, if you see JSON lint is there, so you can cross check whether you have defined JSON properly or not. So this is very helpful. So we have defined something, right? This object. So copy it, paste it, and in the below you have a validate JSON. Just click on it. So just see the results whether it is you got the wow, fantastic. This is the valid JSON. Let me do some mistake. So if you see, I don't want to use the double quotation. Naturally, if I forgot and if I just define like a normal object, so what it will do? So validate JSON. So it is giving an error. So because this is very important. So a lot of other websites or some other place also you can validate it. But please do practice. Just create users object or a player object or employee object, in just do one object, create a normal object, JavaScript object, and create equivalent JSON object, so that you will get a lot of practice. And thank you, and see you in the next video. In the next video is also very important for